Hey gamers, it's Wintermute here from Grind This Game, back with my colony, and I had to restart my Zolarg Ice Map here because I had ran out of gold, and I didn't have any mining operations set up to build more gold, so I was kind of stuck, and I went and started a new map, and I just wanted to go through some tips that I've noticed along the way. So you'll probably want to start with a large map or a mega map if you're on a fast PC and set resources to abundant. And this is because each map has a limited number of crystalline deposits, and you want to get to the point where you can build your own synthetic crystalline before you run out of crystalline. Otherwise you're going to be screwed. So make sure you always have enough crystalline to get to the synthetic crystalline point. And synthetic crystalline is going to require rum, so you want to unlock the research that lets you build rum pretty early on. And once you're able to build synthetic crystalline, the green stuff, you can actually cordon it off in like or trap it in a little area using pathways. So like the compacted pathway, it acts as a wall, so it kind of keeps it stuck inside. And you want to build it kind of at the edges of the map, outside of where the normal crystalline is. Otherwise your tundra bugs will just harvest it all. And it doesn't require much synthetic crystalline. You only need to plant one, and if you let it sit, it'll just expand and expand and expand. So if you put maybe one in each 4 corners of the map and kind of block it in with some road, you'll have enough crystalline to last you forever. Don't build too much though, because right now the game lags really bad if you have too much crystalline on the map. So you'll see near the end of this video that I had way too much of it. So probably like 4 chunks of maybe like a 10 by 10 or 20 by 20 grid should do you. And each map also has a limited amount of gold. So if you mine all your gold, you're really messed up. You need to have enough gold to build some mining operations early on, because mining operations generate gold and ore for you. The key thing being gold. But in order to build mining operations, you need civic points, and to get civic points, you need an Elder's Mound. But Elder's Mounds require gold, so it's kind of like this. Each thing depends on each other. So you got to make sure you have enough gold to build some Elder Mounds and some mining operations. And you're kind of, the end goal I set myself, and you may want to do this, you don't have to, is to get a deep space transceiver up so that you can get annexed by another colony. And once you're annexed by a bigger colony, you can ship in resources and get things going faster. If you just play solo, you're stuck with the mining operation Elder's Mound kind of issue, and to progress it takes a really long time. You have to wait like an hour between building each one of those, and it'll get faster and faster, but it would take several hours to get to the point where you're building enough gold and civics to kind of be self-sufficient. Now you're going to need antanium for several buildings, but you don't want to build too many antanium smelters because they consume gold. That was my mistake when I did my first map. I built like 20 of them, and they consumed all the gold that I had mined, and then I couldn't build any mining operations. So on a mega map, I found that 6 was enough. I didn't run out of gold, and I also had enough antanium to kind of expand. So that seems like a good amount. If you're using a smaller map, you might want to scale that down a bit. Just basically make sure you have 5 or 10,000 gold in in reserve, or have gold left on the map so that you can use. So I'll just let the game run here. I'll speed it up, and I'll just kind of jump in when there's things to talk about here. Now I wouldn't go ahead and build the export cannon, and the reason is it requires a lot of antanium, which you're going to need for other things. And it's okay if you run out of money and you can't pay your taxes, they'll just kind of accrue, but I would save your antanium. So I'm at the point here where I can request annexation. I built the deep space transceiver, and I jumped onto my red planet map and gave myself a bunch of resources. Now you certainly don't have to do this, but it helps. Otherwise the map is going to be very, very slow. Just because the mining operation Elder Mound setup, it probably required many, many, many hours just to kind of ramp up your base. As you can see here, I've built way too much of the synthetic crystalline. It's spreading really fast, so I had to build roads around it really quickly. You only need maybe 1 or 2 deposits, and they don't have to be this big, because it grows fast enough. Like this one alone in the top right here, it would probably be enough for my whole map. So don't overbuild like I did, otherwise the game gets really, really slow. Now, once you've built an altar of commerce, you can sell your crystalline, and it right now in the market sells for a whole lot of money, a ridiculous amount. Now that won't last forever, but it's a good way to make money in the game right now. Probably one of the best ways. And one other thing they added just recently is the paste boiler, which allows you to turn paste into atmosphere, which allows you to get, more atmosphere quickly. So I hope these tips helped you. Starting on this map is slow, but it's fun once you get it going. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.